Hello and welcome back to another reaction. In this occasion, My Hero Academia Season 4, Episode 20. I think we are pretty close to the season finale of this fourth season, and it's been a wonderful one so far. I am still not sure why which episode is going to be the last episode of the season. It could be 25 or it could be 26. So I'm still uncertain of how much I still have of this wonderful fourth season. And yes, again, we're going to be seeing the hiatus pretty soon. At least I think it's like within a month or 2 months. So yes, I'm not eager to see the hiatus, but I'm eager to see the next season and what will it bring. But anyway, yes, before going ahead a season and started to speculate what is going to happen, let's concentrate on this one. So far, this second arc has been more of a school side of the story. We're concentrating on the school. After the terrible things that we saw in the first half of the fourth season with Chisaki and with Eri, we're starting to see a more normal side of My Hero Academia without again the pressure of the exams like in the second season. Second season? Yes, I think the second season is when the exam took place. And this is obviously the preparation for the school festival. So everybody is wanted to help, but I love what they end up doing, or what they will end up doing with the school festival. This band and this concert with everybody participated, at least everybody from class 1A, which is the only ones we have been following. I'm eager to see the end result of set preparation. I cannot wait to see how they are going to sound, because so far, and I'm only hearing Jiro here, it sounds freaking amazing. I love her voice, and it's so clear. I'm not gonna say, and it's a perfect English, but it's amazingly well pronunciation, an amazing pronunciation from Jiro, and this is the original Japanese actress. So I'm eager to see her singing with the whole thing. Hopefully we're going to see that. That is going to be spectacular if we see that. But anyway, yes, I think I'm going to start to ramble on how beautiful Jiro's voice is, because yes, I could speak about that for hours. But anyway, yes, let me just remind you that if you enjoy the content of the channel, please consider a subscription and turn on notifications so you can get up to date with whatever we're doing with the channel. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up and leave a comment so I know what you think about, well, the reaction, the commentary, or the episode in general. Follow me on BitChute so you can, in any case anything happened with the channel, you know where to find me. Or follow me on Twitter, the link is in the description below. Anyway, yes, enough about all of these. Let's cut the presentation and watch the episode, shall we? Okay, I'm back. I just watched a second time the 20th episode of the series. Again, we can divide this episode in two. The first one is more of a school side of things. We see how kind of a school life, normal school life for our heroes. And the second part is a little bit more with connected to the plot. The first half is a lot of fun. Obviously, we got Eri, and this is a promise that we got in the last episode. In the last few minutes, we saw Eri arriving to school, but obviously nobody saw her, and we didn't know that she was going to enter the school. Obviously, I didn't know that we were going to be shown Eri inside the school. Perhaps they would say, oh yes, we show her and that's it. But no, actually they show us the reaction of Eri inside the school. And I love this child. She's so shy, she's so cute, she's adorable in every shot she is. My god, I'm so happy that she's out of reach from Chisaki, because that bastard, yes, again, every time I see Eri, every time I see her like this, I hate Chisaki more and more and more because of what he did to this poor kid. Yes, it's unbelievably adorable. She is unbelievably adorable, and obviously it makes sense for her to be shy around around other people. The only people she recognized here because they protected her is obviously Midoriya and Togata. Those are the people that really she feels comfortable with, because yeah, obviously they protected her and they show her that yes, they were going to rescue her. I guess if Night Eye was still alive, she will be following him quite closely too. But unfortunately, that is not the case. Well, anyway, moving on from that sad moment. We got a glimpse of what the sports festival, I'm still thinking about the sports festival, the school festival has to offer. And obviously, it's not just one thing. We know, obviously, we concentrate more in Class 1A because that is the class that we are obviously following close, because that is where the protagonist is, and obviously the problems that the protagonists have is obviously connected to Class 1A. And yes, obviously that is the case because it's the protagonist class. Even if not always we are following Midoriya, we're following somebody close to Midoriya. We're following All Might, we're following Todoroki, we're following Bakugo, Ida, Uraraka in kind of a less degree. We're following somebody from that class. We are developing the characters more from this class. But I love how organic the school feels when you start to see the rest of the curses, not just hero curses, doing their stuff. Everybody is doing something to contribute to this festival, and I love how organic it feels. Even if some of these things that they are doing are kind of out there, because yeah, what the show, the play that Class 1B is putting, it's amazing. Just the title, and from what I hear from the anime, they said this: the Romeo and Juliet and the Prisoner of Azkaban, the Return of the King. My God, I would love to watch that play, man. It's. I am a great fan of Lord of the Rings. I like Harry Potter a lot. Romeo and Juliet, I have read it, and I like it. But this combination, my God, it sounds amazing. It sounds amazing. And the image that they show us to, well, everybody of the Class 1B participating into this display. Yeah, I want to see that. Please make an OVA or make something just to see this freaking play. I'm begging you because that sounds so interesting. Oh my God, yeah. It's amazing, and I want to see that play. Obviously, Monoma is being Monoma, like always, and is being controlled. Another aspect that really caught my attention, and yes, I am a man, call me however you want, but come on. Nejiri... Yeah, Nejiri is incredibly attractive. And especially on that dress. And with Midoriya here, yeah, that is showing off a lot of her beauty. And it makes sense for her to be in the beauty peasant. Peasant is another thing, man. But anyway, yeah, it's pleasing to the eyes, let's say. She's incredibly beautiful. And yeah, Midoriya is obviously a very shy boy, but I love how Togata helped him. I don't know, because obviously we can interpret in a different things thanks to the translation, because in a certain point he was stopped by the word bo. Obviously, if you translate that to English, it's well, it cannot even be interpreted as saying boobs. But the way that it was pronounced in Japanese is different. I think it's opai, and I don't think Midoriya was struggling with that word. And obviously Togata of body proportion. So yeah, they save that part. Again, this is interesting because perhaps this is a joke more for the English people, for the English-speaking people, than for the Japanese people. The Japanese people is another stuff, so I don't know in this case. So if some of you know Japanese, could clarify that for me, or if there is another type of joke very similar to what I was thinking, or is something completely different. Now, Everybody is working towards that school festival. Everybody from 1 to 3rd year, and obviously not just the hero course, as I said, but the support course, the general study course, and the business course. Yes, I finally remember the name of that course. Everybody is participating to this. And obviously this connects with the fact that, well, before that, obviously, by the end of this kind of slice of life moment for the episode, we saw that Midoriya is no longer required for the dancing team. He is being recruited to the effects team. Poor Midoriya, he just promised Eri that he was going to dance. But I think he's going to dance, if I get that correctly, I think he's going to dance just a little, so he technically didn't lie to Eri. He's going to help more the effect team. But yeah, it's going to be like that. I honestly thought that when they mentioned, "Oh, you're fired," I was why, and the first thing that came to mind was because he's a terrible dancer. Because yes, we saw how bad he danced before, but obviously it's another thing. Perhaps he's part of that, but it's another thing. Now, this gives a weird connection to the villain side. These villains want to attack UA, and we saw part of the plan and the relationship between La Brava and Gentle. Is it still kind of weird because I don't know the age of this? Well, it looks like a little girl. I don't know, perhaps she's older because yes, sometimes in Japanese animes they tend to draw people like this, I don't know, 80 or 40 or 30 like small girls. So hopefully is that, and she's older than she looks, because if not, it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. But anyway, they go to the plan. But obviously, the previous plan is obviously drinking tea, a special type of tea, so he can. I don't know if his power are enhanced by the tea, or is just some weird stuff of him. But he is going to attack UA, and we saw kind of the route that he's going to take. This is again something I cannot hate this character. It still feels weird to see him like this, but I cannot hate him. I don't know how to feel about this character, about these villains. Again, the rest of the villains are pretty clear to me. I hate them. I feel threatened by them. I feel, yes, something is there. Even if they are kind of ambiguous like Stain, but still it's kind of clear that the things that they are doing is wrong for a kind of misplaced reason of justice in the case of Stain. This one, they want to do something, but the reasoning behind it again is novel. Let's say they want the heroes to grow, or they want to change a chain of convenience stores. I am still not sure how to feel about them. It's weird. It's genuinely weird. Another thing I want to mention, and this is something I've been noticing, is like this second arc of this fourth season is kind of low risk, or at least low stakes. Again, in the previous one, we got, obviously, in the first season, it's kind of obvious that they are not going to throw you into the battle in the first season. The first half is just kind of the problem with Kachan and Midoriya. In the second half is obviously the first attack of the League of Villains. In the second season, we got... oh, I don't remember. Oh, the Sports Festival, which again is intermixed with Todoroki. And then, of course, Ida intermixed with Stain. And the final exam, again, lower, but still kind of occupies our heroes. In the third season, I think the higher risk that we got. First one, it looks kind of lowball because it's just the camp, the training camp. But then, of course, it escalated until the point that we got one of the most powerful villains, if not the most powerful villain of the series, all for one. And it's escalated in a very spectacular way. And that is our third season. Our fourth season, the first half It's very high stakes. They're saving this kid that could save the hero society for what Chisaki is doing. But this second half is kind of lower because the sensation I have for this episode is that everything has been doing not for the school but more for this little girl and to see her smile, because now Eri is getting more attention than in previous episodes. Don't get me wrong, it's a novel cause, especially for this little girl that has been going through a lot of shit. A lot of shit. So yes, I understand. I really wanted her to see her smile. But again, it's kind of low stakes if we compare it to previous seasons. That doesn't mean it's a bad season. I really enjoy this one because again, it's kind of a relief to see more schoolwork after what we saw in the previous arc, in the first half of the fourth season. So yes, that is the only thought I still needed to put out there, and I think this episode gives me the perfect excuse to do that. But anyway, yes, I think I exhausted the topic of this one. A fascinating one when you start to analyze the thing that is in the background. A very entertaining one, a very soft one, a very light one episode. Even with the villains there, is kind of light-sided. But anyway, I hope you enjoy it, and let me remind you that if you enjoy the content of the channel, please consider the subscription and turn on notifications so you can get up to date with whatever we are doing with the channel. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up and leave a comment so I know what you think about my reaction, about the commentary, or about the episode in general. Follow me on Twitter if you desire, again, in case anything happens with the channel. And of course, there is the BitChute channel there too. So yes, I think that's it. I hope you enjoy it. And yes, I have nothing else to say, but thank you for your attention and see you on the next one. Bye!
Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed that video, and if you did, give it a like, so the algorithm from YouTube will help me out. And check my other videos, share them, and also why not subscribe to my channel and join this community. And as always, I want to thank you for your attention, your likes, and even your dislikes, your comments, which is something I always look forward to read. And yeah, once more, thanks, and see you on the next one.